Hi, and this is my first wrap-up video of the month. So this is my August wrap-up, and I'll be talking about all the books I read in August. I think I did pretty well. I read 8 books, I think, which is pretty good for me. I don't really read super quick, so that's really good for me. I'm going to try and do them in the order I read them, but whether I do or not, I'm not sure. So the first book I read, I finished on August 1st, so I'm counting that in my August wrap-up. It is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I will put a picture here of the cover and also try, if I can, and link the review here, and if not, it'll be in the description. So I loved Percy Jackson and the Olympians so much. It was one of my favourite books of the month, and I really, really loved it. I love Percy and Annabeth and stuff, and I'm not going to go on too much because I have done a review on it, so I read that if you want to know my thoughts on it, because I really, really loved it. Next book I read is Specials by Scott Westerfield. This is the 3rd book in the Ugly series, and I've done a review on this as well. Hopefully you'll be able to click on the book and find it. So I counted this as finishing the series, even though there is a companion book, but it's a companion, so I'm not counting that. I do have it, and I am going to read it, but I just want to be able to say I've finished the series. I really loved Specials. It was one of my favourites. I think Uglies was my favourite, but I really loved this one more than Pretties. So yeah, that's this. I loved this book as well. I had a really good reading month. You will see me saying that I love all these books. The next book I read I don't have with me. I thought I had it with me, but I will hold up the second book, which I'm reading right now instead. This is City of Ashes, but City of Bones. And you can easily see by my review of that book that I loved it, because I don't hide how much I loved it with the amount of noises I make in that review. It's stupid, but I will link that down below as well. I really love that book, and I really love the movie as well, which is weird for me because I don't normally love book to movie adaptations very much. The next book I read was Sea of Monsters, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. This is the second book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, and I loved this one just as much, and I saw the film straight afterwards and I hated the film, but I loved this, and the twist at the end made me throw the book across the room. So I have a review on this one as well. Hopefully it will be on the book, but if not, down below. So I think that's Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. The next book I read was The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I've heard a lot of hype about this book, and it did not disappoint. At first I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be rubbish, but I really loved it. I really did. I loved Thomas, and I loved Teresa, I think her name is, the girl in it, and I thought they had a lot of chemistry, and I hope something comes of that in the Scorched Trout and the Death Cure, which I also have on my to-read list. So hopefully the review of this will be up by the time this goes up, but I have no idea what my posting will be like, so maybe not. So I really did love this book, that's all I'll say. There will be a review. I think I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, but I'm not really sure. The next book I read was Invisibility by David Levithan and Andrea Cremer. This was the first David Levithan book I've ever read, and it was really, really great, and I loved it. And I did love Andrea Cremer as well. I think their narratives kind of blended into each other, which I thought was really good in a book that is by 2 people. I also recently bought Will Grayson by David Levithan and John Green, and most of you will know John Green is my favourite author. I love him so much, and all his books are amazing. So yeah, hopefully again this review will be up by the time this video is up, but if not, I loved it. So I think I gave this 5 stars. I must have done. I was laughing my way through this. I was giggling at all the cute things that Stephen said, and I loved both the characters so much. The next book I read was 172 Hours on the Moon, and I will tell you, this book made me not want to ever go to the moon ever in a million years. Why would anyone want to go to the moon? This book was the scariest book ever, and I hated it. I've never read, well, I loved it, but I hated the scariness. I've never read any horror before, and this book was definitely really, really scary, and I really loved scaring myself silly with this book. I think I gave it, again, 4 or 5 stars on Goodreads. The last book I have finished is Anomaly by Krista McGee. I got this one for review. The cover will be here. I will be putting a video review up of that hopefully on the 4th of September, but if not a video review, my review will be on my blog, which again is always linked down below. So yeah, hopefully I am planning on reading 8 books this month, and hopefully I will do that because I think it's a possibility that I can do that because I read 8 books this month, so hopefully I can, and hopefully I will dig deeper into the ARC list I've got from NetGalley because I've got too many that I haven't read. I also am reading right now, maybe finish it tonight, The Dream Metropolis, and it's really confusing but really good. So yeah, that's my August wrap up. I'm not going to do a TBR. Most people do a wrap up in TBR, but I'm not going to do that because I don't like setting myself books to read. I just read what I feel like at the time. So if you want to know what books you think I'll be reading, look at my book hauls and see the books I haven't read yet. So that'll probably be what's next. So I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!